Hey guys, come Saturday. Today's video, I want to go over the angles of attack. Okay, there are 9 angles of attack. All right, one of them is just straight ahead, but I still calling it an angle. Okay, so these angles of attack, you can apply them to hands or feet or whatever, but it's easiest to understand it with a weapon of some kind. So here we have this wooden practice knife. All right, and this is the best way to really understand the concepts, okay? Because it's a lot easier to understand the offensive nature of martial arts if you have a weapon, because it's a knife. I mean, what are you going to do with it? Either stab or slash. Those are your two options with a knife. Okay, there's just really no other way you can use it. Okay, stab or slash. Okay, the majority of these are going to be slashing, but the straightforward is stabbing. Okay, so 9 angles of attack. The best way to understand this is look at a Union Jack flag. Okay, Union Jack, you have down, across, a line here, a line here. Okay, now breaking it down, the 9 angles of attack. What are they? Okay, well, we have up, right, down. So that up can be here, can be here. It doesn't matter how you use it. Okay, exactly how you use it. It's going on an upward angle. It doesn't really matter. Okay, they got down. So up, down, straight ahead. Okay, there's 3. Okay, up, down, straight ahead. And then we got 3 on each side. We've got up, horizontal, down. All right. Then we got up. Right. It could also be the slash like this, a slash or a stab up. Right. Horizontal and down. Okay. So those are your 9 angles of attack. All right. So when you look at them, it's best to first practice each angle on its own, and then you can put them together in combinations, just like your hand strikes or your kicks or whatever. You have to practice each one individually and then put them together on your own. Okay. Now, when it comes to knife fighting, one other thing that needs to be pointed out is the strategy. There is a strategy is known as defanging the snake. This is spoken of a lot in Filipino martial arts, and anyone who is accustomed to weapons training will understand this, of defang the snake, which means you want to slash the opponent's arm or hand to get them to drop their weapon. All right, defang the snake. Right? You're taking away the weapon. You take away the weapon and then you attack. All right. So let's say I were to slash his arm here. I stab there, right? Slash here, stab there, right? Let's say he's coming overhead or something like that. Slash here, slash down maybe. Slash, either, you know, um, so you're always thinking about that, okay? Defang the snake. So you can use the various combinations. Now I would say to do a stationary practice first, just let's say I'm doing a downward angle. I'm just coming here, here, okay? Yeah, and I'm making sure to use my body. I'm not just doing that, okay? The whole body is behind it. Because remember, it's no different than the punching when you want to load things, okay? So here, all right, and keep in mind that hand is always in your guard, okay? It could even be like a strike as well, okay? Like when you have like a gansa, okay? So I'm coming here, okay? Just to make sure you use your whole body, okay? All right, and then when the time's right, you step with it, okay? Step, 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 okay? That's the downward angle, okay? And just repeat with all of them. So remember, we have down, we have horizontal, and we have up. And again, down, horizontal, up. All right, down, up, straight ahead. All right. So you can see how you could later on put these together. Let's say I do a downward angle here, down. May I do a reinforcement, reinforcing hand here, right? Down, okay. Let's say I do a here, right? May I do a slash? Maybe I do a cross, slash, right? And you see, this is where the step through footwork really comes in, all right? See, I'm here, right? I step over here, right? Maybe because people move around, there's far too many martial arts demos and people who just stay in one spot, all right? Your opponent will not stay in one spot, all right? It's like people do this, the chi sao, as good an exercise as chi sao may be, all right? Most people seem to do it without moving their feet, to stay in one spot. I even remember there was one Sihing, that's a senior student in Chinese martial arts in Wing Chun, and he used to tell me that you have to root like a tree. Well, that's partially true, but you also had to be able to flow like a river. Okay, that's the other part of it too. Yes, you're rooted. Okay, yeah, sure, but it doesn't mean that you're immobile. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't move, that you're immobile. Okay, you move as needed. Okay, only as much as needed. Okay, so let's say I come here. Let's say I do. So you know, you can make up different combinations. Well, let's say I do an upward slash. Someone's here, right? Well, then after that, right, I'll do a horizontal slash. Well, up there, horizontal, right? Up, horizontal. It's also possible he might not move that much. So here, so here, maybe I cut across here. He might move a little bit this way, not back so much. So here, here, or maybe I won't move on the first movement, and I'll move on the second movement, right? Defend, slash, okay? So again, you know, you have all these angles of attack, okay? Upward, horizontal, downward, upward, horizontal, downward, up, down, straight ahead, okay? So you, again, and just think about, you know, always think about defanging the snake, all right? You know, which is usually going to be your first attack, okay? And this is also where trapping hands come in, because if I do defend a snake, well, remember, we covered this last week. We have the 5 ways to open the door. We have pushing the door open. We have pulling the door open. We got wedging the door open, wedging it open, right? We have bumping it open, right? And we have holding it open, lanza. So if I defend a snake, there's my pak sao, okay? Okay, maybe I'll defend a snake, and I don't know, the guy's on drugs and he's coming at me with the other hand, right? There's my lap sao and bang, okay, lap da, and I'm gonna stab him, grab him, and slash him and stab him there, okay? Right? So you know, there's all kinds of ways that you can use these different angles. Just remember the 9 angles, use them in different combinations, okay? And practice each one individually, and then put them together in combinations, okay? So here we go. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Any questions, as always, let me know. See you guys soon.